For a shout out.
For that shout out.
He's in shock.
I'm in shock. That was awful. Even the guy who's done it has just literally... He's leaving the room. He's leaving the room, friends. He's leaving the room. He's doing sit-ups, actually. I don't know what he's doing. Is that punishment? I don't know.
Yep.
But it is time now for me to apologise yet again for 2 awful segments. Except Joke of the Week Extra. I thought that was so predictable. It might have been good. We've got about 10 minutes to go. And the next episode, which will be on straight after this, we will be talking about women in sport. We'll be talking about Saudi Arabia. We'll be talking about women's football. I've got some great quotes, actually. I've been interviewing a few people about said issue. And, well, that's next time.
Yeah, let's not get into that just yet.
We're not going to get into that just yet. Because it is now time for the Six Nations Roundup. Oi! Six Nations Roundup, sponsored by www.sportingviewpoint.co.uk.
I'm Darren Harris. Blogspot.
Right, well, it was Six Nations Roundup. 3 games and 3 very good games. I will say. First of all, it was my country. It was Ireland v Italy, and I've got to say that I am so proud of the lads. A fantastic performance. And especially in the second half, we really went for it. I believe Declan Kidney gave the lads a real dressing down at half-time. They came out with that passion, that hunger and that fight. And I'm so proud of them. And bring on France.
Like Jack, they beat Italy at home.
Yeah.
Even Scotland could beat Italy
Even
at
Scotland
home.
could beat Italy at home.
No, I will actually just make the point.
And also, Casper Giovanni wasn't there.
To be fair, they didn't just beat them, they did hammer them.
Only second half, struggled first half.
Yeah, first half we didn't have a great time. I felt that we were getting bogged down with, I think our passing were a bit off as well. We seemed to be maybe a bit rusty, 20 days in between the Wales game and the Italy game, nearly 3 weeks. And, while the likes of England, Wales, Scotland, Italy, all had that game, the week later, so only had 13 days, 14 days. We had 20. So I felt that, we did really well. And the second half performance, to me, gave me a lot of confidence for us to go to France and, fingers crossed, touch that bit of wood, get a win.
Unlikely still.
I think it's unlikely, but I think if we can give a few lads a chance who deserve a chance, I'm talking about Zebo, one great, fantastic player. And I do give him a massive endorsement. But if we can get him playing correctly, what's the limit for him?
Now on to the second game, which was England against Wales, and I was thoroughly surprised by England's performance.
Yeah.
I knew they'd be much improved with Manu Tuilagi back because he's the vocal point of the go forward of England. I thought Owen Farrell played brilliantly. He just seems to have experience on his shoulders. But you got to credit Wales as well. I mean, their captain Sam Warburton, the next Rishi McCaw, I'm calling that now, is world class.
Yeah,
the attack on Tuilagi was unreal.
Well, if you didn't see the incident, Tuilagi is bursting through. He's going for the corner, and I just thought he's going to get there. England are going to, pull away in a way, and Warburton got his right arm on Tuilangi's left ankle somehow, and then got enough momentum to stop him. He could have just flopped over to the line and got a try, but it were an absolutely incredible tackle. And for those who tell me that Sam Warburton, when he had that great World Cup, someone was saying he has to now go on the Six Nations and prove it. He's proven it, in my opinion. Just the last 2 games, he has had 2 fantastic games.
And with such a young team as well, I mean, Wales, they could really go place it. And I also have confidence in England with their young players coming through. That England, under the right management, under the right structure, could have a really bright future. But Wales did win the game, just to clarify. A bit of unsure refereeing at the end. I'm not saying that it cost England, but they should have gone back for the penalty in the law of the game.
Well, I felt it wasn't a try. If I'm honest, I thought it was too.
It wasn't a try.
I thought it was too inconclusive.
Yeah.
For it to be a try. That being said, we're saying it's inconclusive. I've seen them given. I have seen them given sometimes, And when it wasn't given, I thought, okay,
You go back for the penalty.
it's going to go back for the penalty because there was a clear advantage that was being played when the try happened or didn't happen. Wasn't given. I thought it would go back for the 5-metre scrum. Didn't happen.
Apparently, the video referee for that game was Scottish. Do you think that had any impact?
I'm not gonna question. I'm not gonna say the video ref was biased.
Just putting it out there.
I think.
I mean,
in all fairness, yeah, it's not the video referee's fault in my opinion.
No.
He said it's not a try. It's too inconclusive. There was an Was there an advantage? Was what the referee said? He said yes. That's all he could do. He didn't, he didn't say no, blow them whistle immediately.
And also, it's interesting because the question the referee asked the video ref, if he'd asked the video ref, is there any reason I cannot award this try? The try probably would have been given.
It's the question that was asked rather than...
because he asked, is this a try or not?
Okay. Well, also, Scotland were playing...
got beat. Another...
let's face it.
Suppose we're being up to it, you could say it was another heroic failure.
Yeah,
Scotland,
let's face it. If Scotland could score tries,
which they do,
they'd be top. The way they're playing at the moment as well.
But of course, you've got that Rory Lamont's out for 4 months,
and
due to that injury that he got when he was jumping to contest with Louise Pichemont against France, so they'll miss him. Obviously,
I think
will miss him.
I think definitely, a massive loss for Scotland, and I really feel bad for Andy Robinson because I think what he's doing really well.
But I'll tell you someone I really rate for Scotland. I think his name's Richie Gray, the forward, the big blonde there.
Yeah.
I think he's an outstanding player. He's going to Sale next year, and I think that's a big miss for the big teams.
True. Also, I tell you, I thought the teenager for Scotland, Daniel Webb.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, Daniel Webb.
I think in all fairness,
he's only what 19 years of age.
And what Andy Robinson's doing though is he's bringing these youngsters in to integrate with the main, the experienced heads. And his hope is in a year or two, these inexperienced players are going to put the performances in. They've impressed me, some of them, and hopefully really get playing. And if that's the case...
But to conclude, I think it's very exciting in the Northern Hemisphere for the next few years to compete with the Southern Hemisphere. Because I think all the teams have got good young players coming through that can contest against the best.
Right, well...
I'd just as a final point, to congratulate Wales on the Triple Crown.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
First time they've gone to Twickenham and won the Triple Crown as well.
Yeah, good young team, very much deserved.
Yeah.
Right, well, we've got a few minutes left, and you know what we're going to talk about? There's a massive game on for the North East. It is the Tyne-Tees derby. It is Newcastle United versus Sunderland. It's cold prediction time. We predicted before. We got it wrong sometimes. Sometimes we've got it spot on. My prediction is that Sunderland are going to win. I think they're going to come back after that humiliating defeat at the Hawthorn Stadium, where, let's face it, they had a shocker. And I think they're going to scrape a 1-0 win. And I'll even name you the scorer. I think it'll be a Mr. Steven Sessegnon. I think he's such an outstanding talent. Somebody who was offered to the likes of Liverpool. And Liverpool were not interested in him. I watched him in France. He went on strike to try and get a move to England. And just well done to Mr. Steven Sessegnon for what he's done.
Well, my prediction, we'll sit on the fence, I think it'll be 2-2. I think it'll be an open game. Both teams, apart from maybe a couple of shaky results, have been playing really well for the confidence. I can't see them being separated. I think, well, if they are separated, it'll be by 1 goal. But I think it'll be an open game, like I say. Maybe barring a couple of goals from Denver Bar for Newcastle. Like I say, Sessegnon.
Yeah, I think it'll be 2-1 to Newcastle.
We are speaking to a Newcastle fan, by the way.
I'm gutted that I couldn't get tickets for this one, actually. But
well, I tried for
because
family reasons.
It is an amazing game, and it's a rivalry which goes back centuries. I could bore you with it, but I won't.
Thank God for that.
But no, I think Denver Bar will score. Then I think Pape Cisse will get one, and I think the goal scorer for Sunderland, I think it'll be Sessegnon, to be honest.
So we all think
Sessegnon
Sessegnon
will score.
Will you watch him get injured before kick-off?
Yeah. Watch
Martin O'Neill rest.
I'd like to throw out another thing. I think there'll be at least one red card.
That wouldn't shock me. That certainly wouldn't shock me with how it's all with what's happened in the last few derbies, especially
the rest of the way they are just throwing cards about
left, right, and centre. Well, time has come to an end, and this has actually been a good show in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
we needed to be after last week.
Last week were an abysmal one. It was like Sunderland. This week we're going to fight back and hopefully get a win. Mr. Elliott, they're not too happy with what I've just said. I'll be impartial though. I hope it's a great game, and good luck to both Newcastle United and Sunderland. Well. And you know what? I hope there's no trouble after the game.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's a great way to end on. Well, thank you for listening to the blahdblah with me, Tom Feeney,
me, Dale Harris,
and me, Jack Elliott.
Thank you and goodbye. Remember, the blahdblah is sponsored by www.sportingviewpoint.co.uk, and you can follow at the blahdblah on Twitter. You can also follow at Thomasini, that's at THOMASFEAHENY,
and Dale Harris 1999, as well as Dale Harris's vlogspot
at Jack Elliott 1993.
Thank you for listening and goodbye.